9:33 this Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester. We have officially passed the halfway point of 2025. And for many people, that may mean taking a moment to look over the finances.
Yeah, for this morning's Wealth Wednesday, we have wealth advisor Jarrett Felton with us to talk about planning for the second half of 2025, specifically when it comes to our spending habits. And Jarrett, we were just talking a little bit about online shopping. Maybe a good time for people to go through their bank statements and say, oh, maybe I shouldn't be spending so much on Amazon.
Yeah, absolutely. Just pause, reflect. Let's look at the footprints in the sand, right? Two things to keep in mind. Those things that were called New Year's resolutions, if anyone remember those when it comes to the financial goals, why are you quiet?
No, I'm saying, yeah, I remember something along those lines.
And then the other aspect of this is making sure that, you know, it's summertime and everyone's going on vacations and spending. So there's two things that we should keep in the back of the mind throughout this episode of Wealth Wednesday. So the first thing is let's check out the scoreboard, right? So let's take a look at some of the things that we've spent on, you know, from January to now, or most recently the last quarter. You know, we also want to maybe even print out the last 90 days of our bank statements and see where are our biggest spending categories. Maybe we want to tackle some of those biggest ones, scale back a little bit, because those New Year's resolutions, I'm sure we wanted to put more maybe into retirement, maybe more into brokerage accounts, maybe be more philanthropic, give to the church or wherever you decide to spend your money. But let's be really intentional with it. But mid-year, good time to take a look, pause, and reflect.
Is it okay that people take part, though, in some of that online shopping?
Well, I'm not here to just police all of your wallets.
Okay.
Just the largest chunks of what will take care of you down the road when retirement comes. It's probably just a good way to put it.
Okay.
So I guess one way to look at this is, number one, if you could put certain aspects of what you spend that you know are fixed cost every month on autopilot or autopay, bill pay as I call it, maybe that's something you can do, because that way when you take a look at your bank statements for the past 90 days or full 6 months, you can see what was maybe impulsive purchases, AKA the Amazon shopping, or anything else that just happens, knee-jerk reaction.
Pointing at me,
right?
For that.
Or, I don't know. She seems pretty cool, calm, and collected.
It was definitely me.
I don't know. You know, and then we can also see the difference. What did we spend that we know we have to spend, and then what are the things that are maybe more impulse purchases? So,
fair enough.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Okay, so then when it comes to looking at your retirement and looking at all the other bigger pictures, you know, what should people be focused on when it comes to improvement? If they look at it and say, oh boy, I'm kind of behind on my plans here, what do they do?
Sure. So once again, great time of the year to take a look at that. When it comes to the retirement aspect of things, maybe do a retirement calculator. Maybe reaching out to a retirement planning specialist or investment or financial advisor to see, hey, am I doing the right things? I know 6 months from January to June may seem like a small window in the grand scheme of things from when you retire, or when we retire, since we're so young, not old young, right? It's still good to make sure that we're at least heading in the right direction trajectory-wise. So have you put in enough? Have you hit are you on track to do the max contributions to your 401k or 403b? If you're not, maybe there's a reason in your life why you're not, but maybe you came in the year hot and heavy. Maybe we need to pause and take a look and see why we're not. Something else we could take a look at is our HSAs. You know, are those invested properly, or are they just sitting in cash? Inside of an HSA, you can invest that similar to how you invest a 401k, so those dollars just aren't sitting there. Something else we could probably do, which is really helpful, people talk about wealth and growing money in retirement. It is about what you make, but it's also about what you get to keep. So now's a good time to take a look at your taxes by taking a look at your pay stub. Reach out to your accountant, CPA, and make sure that you are paying in enough taxes, federal and to the great state of New York, so that come at the end of the year or tax time next year, you're not owing money. Maybe you're receiving some, but I like to say, don't give them too much and definitely don't give them too little. Let's try and break even. So I'd say the tax piece is a really big piece. It is what you want to make down the road, but it is about what you get to keep today.
Absolutely, but also about what you're going to have tomorrow, which is why making sure that you are maxing out those retirement accounts.
Yeah, exactly. I know Prime, when you order, does come tomorrow, but your retirement will be here tomorrow if you're not careful, and you got nothing.
Very true.
Can I say one last thing, if you don't mind? So the other thing I would suggest is, instead of that monthly income, outgoing expenses, maybe we take a look at, you know, the spreadsheeting of different debts that we have had coming into the year, and maybe some of the things that we've acquired for the year, but most importantly, what's forecasted. So with regards to, you know, you're going on these vacations, living your best life, I'm here for it. Live and love your life. But be mindful, we got another 6 months. Good, bad, or indifferent. So what are some of the things that are going to be coming up? We got Labor Day travels. I'm sure we got holiday travels, gifts for the family coming up, tuition coming up for kids returning to college. Be mindful of that. What is with all these deep sighs?
No, listen, you're just pointing out some cold, hard facts.
You know that tuition for all your kids.
All
Dan.
my kids.
Yeah, right. Me and you in the same category, right? But, I just think it's wise and prudent to just be mindful, and intentional where your dollars are spent. But mid-year is a good time to look because we still got another 6 months. Let's use them to our advantage and keep the wind under our wings and in our sails.
Very good. Jarrett,
Like it.
thank you. We appreciate it. Always great advice. Hit him with the website.
Thank you for having me, and it's investment.com, invessent.com. Stop on by.